Viva la baloney, motherfucker. Neutron, sleazy Sputron!
What are you gonna play? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna play? What are you gonna play? What are you gonna play? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna play? What are you gonna play today? What are you gonna play today? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say today? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna play? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna play? What are you gonna do?
Hello, 8-bit breakdown. What up, everybody? It's Pal Sig Neutron, and we're back, and we are conjuring up a demon mask. A demon, I don't know. I never really know how to inflect that word, but I like spelling it with an A. Makes more sense. I read somewhere that that actually meant benevolent being, by the way. Hello, greetings to the multiverse, the streaming multiverse. Welcome to the conjure session of a daemon mask. Daemon. So this is something I started. Hey, we got a little Randy Rat chilling in the backdrop here. Let's see. Crap. Yeah, oh, there we go. So many cameras and like things. I got a time lapse going over here. I got like a sculpting thing going on here, and I'm streaming to like 3 different platforms. It's like this thing is so complex that it's like that's why I get like I don't stream as much because I got to think about so many things. But like once I'm live, it's kind of cool and it's fun. So let's I don't know. Let's get to it. I want to put on some music. I wish I could play music for you, but then the videos get all like throttled and taken down and all that business. So I want to play music for myself, and you guys should play music as well. What am I listening to? My Chemical Romance. I'm gonna take it back. It's a little bit of. So if you got Spotify, you know, throw this album on. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I think this is one of the best albums of all time. This is in my prime emo days. So then we're just gonna zone out and jam on some, you know, Daemon Mask. If you want to say hi, pop in, say hi. Oh, this song is so good. How's this track? Ooh. Never told you what I do for a living. Oh, it's on shuffle. I wondered why that was weird. Okay. I like to listen to albums like in the order. So Helena was first, and then we got to go to Give 'Em Hell, Kid. Although I Never Told You What I Do for a Living might be one of my favorite tracks on this album. Always Makeup. Holy schmoly, Always Makeup. Thank you so much for the raid. 27 people? Wow. Welcome. Thank you so much for, how was your stream? Okay, so now we got John Getting Bent on YouTube. Always Makeup. And everybody that just joined us, I just put on my Scene Emo Fantasy of 16 years old album. Sorry. We got a lot going on. What's up, Bracket? Let me turn it down a little bit. I was just about to get into the second track, Give 'Em Hell, Kid. But anyways, yeah, welcome. I'm Sig Neutron. In addition to doing makeup stuff, I do sculpture. That's like my first love. And then I used my love of sculpture and I filtered it through like makeup, I feel like is what I do. And yeah, I'm going to turn this into like I don't know, I've always been really fascinated by Tengu and yokai. And that was sort of where I was going. But really, I'm just like conjuring a demon face, and seeing where it goes. And maybe I'll sell a run of these masks if people dig it and want one, So, oh, that's awesome! I love Grinch makeups and the Who makeups. The way that it's like such a fun forms to like. I'll have to like pop over and check out what what it looks like. I'm sure it's amazing. You do incredible work, and it's been like so cool to see like just like progress and like create. So, yeah. Yeah, also I'm streaming to like I'm like new to trying to stream to all these different platforms, so I'm trying to keep up with everything going on. But also, so earlier on stream, I painted, this is Randy Rat. So I have these cigarettes. This is kind of like my first creation when I came up with the name Sig Neutron. So I made these little cigarettes, which are little creatures that like steal people's cigarettes. And then like, so they smoke cigarettes and then they inflate their bodies with the hot air. And then they just kind of like, float around on the hot air. But this is Randy Rat, and that's the first cigarette I've made in like years. And they're about to go for sale tomorrow. I'm stoked. But John Get Bent on YouTube. Oh shit, am I the only lame ass on YouTube? Is Twitch better if you're in? I don't know which one's better, so I'm just streaming to all three at the same time. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Twisted One, thank you for that follow. Yeah, need my smokes. Yeah. Man, today is like wild. So I'm like emotionally processing a situation on Facebook where like, I just realized the power of art today. And like everybody's here over art, I'm making art and you guys are like chilling with me. And it's like such a cool reality that I find myself in right now. But it's also like so bizarre because like most people are celebrating like Thanksgiving today, but I don't celebrate Thanksgiving because like, did I get together with my family? I did yesterday and we enjoyed a meal and we like, we gathered under gratitude and stuff, which is important, but Thanksgiving, the holiday in itself is actually like, this is a huge topic. I don't know how much I want to unpack right now, but it's like indigenous erasure. And it's like what happened to the native people that were here in America. Like those native people still exist, they're descendants, and they're still experiencing like a lot of issues from the history of being colonized. And I get emotional when I think about it because it's like I feel like more people need to know this stuff because I've spent time like interviewing indigenous people and stuff, and it's like something that most people like aren't even aware of, like mainstream like America, But this person, like I sort of posted about it on Facebook, and this person they said some really pretty much like racist stuff about Native Americans, like calling them like savages and it was like a really upsetting post, and then like kind of went off and I sort of ignored it. But then like out of nowhere, he's like commenting, you know what? I'm sorry for venting on this page. you got my daughter into art, and for that I'm like incredibly thankful. And I was like, wow, like I don't even know what to like, because on one end I wanted to be like, you know, express like how much that means to me, like, because like inspiring people to get into art is like a really like, I don't know, it's like always kind of what I always wanted to do, like at the core of everything. And like to hear like somebody like tell me that, and then but then also in the context of like I don't know, man, it's like so much in processing. Sorry, I'm just gonna get back to sculpting now. But anyways, yeah, that's what happened to me today. So it's been a while since I've streamed too. I forget, like, anyways, whatever. Let's get back to My Chemical Romance, because I zone out into music a lot. But if you have any questions about what I'm doing or anything, feel free to ask. And thank you so much. I always make up for bringing your followers here. And then I got real for a second. Sorry. Let's sculpt. Well, I mean, I'm not sorry. I'm just appreciative that you guys are here hanging out with me, you know? Oh, I'm listening to My Chemical Romance. 3 Cheers to Sweet Revenge. You know what they do to guys like me in prison, I assume, is the... Anyways, there we go. Coincidentally, I'm Not Okay is like my least favorite song on this album. And when it came out, this album was hot, but this was like the main track that really like put him on the map. And I was like, I don't know. It's actually my least favorite track on the album. But you know, doesn't mean I'm not going to jam to it right now. So what I like to do is like, I'm sort of sketching with the clay. I make little noodles and we just kind of... Sometimes I touch tools. But also, having nails is great for sculpting too, because my like each digit is like a little sculpting tool. It will make us a little bit more dynamic, a little bit of a point on it. Oh, thanks so much for popping in. Always, I gotta pop over to your stream. I'm trying to like finally get back to streaming. I get so distracted. It's like hard for me to like figure out how to do all the things I want to do all at once. But I'm here now, and I'm appreciative for all of y'all, and for you, always Makeup. Thank you again so much for the raid. It's like one of the coolest times to be alive because like this is actually like now that I look at it, I'm here doing it and I think about what I'm actually doing right now is like I'm live streaming basically my own like TV channel to like do an art for like people hanging out with me. And the Imagination Station, that was the guy. I wish I could remember his name. I gotta look it up. But like I think he even came to my school. And you know, it like Indiana was like a pretty dark place for me to grow up. And like I really inspired me, and art is what brought me out of there, and it's brought me to where I am now. So I have a lot to be grateful for to art, and I know how important it is to people. So I don't know where I was going with that story, but I'm kind of jumping around to a tool now, I guess. I don't know, I just get the need to refine. I really go into like a trance when I do this. It's really just like all the shapes are just revealing themselves to me like as I go. John, it's definitely gonna be red, I think. Yeah, but also, the cool thing about doing a sculpture, I might do a silicone mold on this so I can do hard copies. And then I'm going to paint them like different. Because like you can change a piece so much by just like putting a different color on it. So I'd like to do like the whole like rainbow of colors on these. Maybe like neon Dago colors. Yeah, I think that's sealing the deal on it because I'll have more freedom if I cast this as a hard copy of something like resin. So, yeah, I was thinking about doing a hard mold on it and casting it in silicone, but like, I don't know. I think this is gonna deserve its own. I don't know. I've just been really into like making art lately. I'm just getting back into it because I used to do it all the time. Signeutron. Before I went on Face Off, Signeutron was my artist name, and I just sold sculptures. That's how I made a living. And I don't know how many people that like found me from Face Off like know about that part of me, because that's where Sig Neutron actually started. I wanted a cool sleazy sci-fi name to like you know, just I don't know, branding, I guess. But then it was like, it was just easier to just go by Sig Neutron. So like people would, so, you know, all this networking stuff. Art is a whole bunch of networking. So there's like such a huge social component to being like a successful artist. It's pretty bizarre. Thank you so much, Bracket. What's up, Jason? Welcome. Also, you know, it's been forever since I've streamed, but we talk about like everything here. So if y'all have any topics, throw them out, or I'll just like spew about something. If you like hearing me talk, I also have a podcast. Just type !podcast if you're on Twitch, and that kind of like what I was talking about earlier about interviewing like Native Americans and stuff. I've actually, you can listen to them on my podcast actually. It's called Spewtron for a reason, because I just spew words and talk about a lot of stuff. Lately, I've been a like total hermit mode now. So I realized like I don't talk to that many people. And then this is interesting. Like it's interesting streaming because like I'm definitely talking to a lot of people, but it's like in a different level of communication, you know. I would love to like, if I get funding to like do a well-produced art show and people can like handle tech stuff for me, I'd love to have people like call in and we can like have conversations and like talk about art and all kinds of fun junk. Kind of like a live Bob Ross. But just encourage people to create. Oh man, and then I could get people like showing what y'all are making up on the screen too. Because I also, I have a Discord, the Cigarette Pack. If you want to join our community, just type !Discord on Twitch. Trying to get back in the habit of like streaming and building community with Discord, and it's like, oh yeah, I gotta remember to say, that's a whole thing. I love Discord. Such a cool, it's like so much better than social media, to be honest. Again, this is like the rough stage, so like, you know, you ain't gotta go crazy here. You're just sketching until you see stuff, you know. Let the lines speak to you. Because the lines are like, the flow of the lines is what's telling the story. Like right now, like, what am I doing? I'm sculpting a face, but also, you know, I'm bringing a character to life, you know. It always fascinates me, like, where do these characters come from? To me, you can call me crazy, but these things actually exist, especially once I make them and you see them, and it's like, oh, I've conjured this thing into this reality, you know? It's a pretty magical practice, art is. Cool, this is a good track. What's this one? Thank you for the Venom. Again, on My Chemical Romance, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, that came out in 2004 when I was in the height of my scene emo days. If y'all didn't know, your pal, Sig Neutron, was an elder scene kid. Like first generation, MySpace and all. My generation actually invented the selfie. And then the latter generation then gave it a name. But we didn't even call it a selfie then. It was like, let me hold this awkward camera this way, and then I'll take a picture and then take it to Walmart to get it developed. 1 hour photo was like revolutionary. I was like, whoa, you can get photos printed in 1 hour. But then that was the tail end, because then digital cameras just started being a thing. Man, I'm so grateful to have grown up when I did, because I got to see so much technology develop. I remember Virtua Fighter was the first 3D video game I ever saw. And I was like, holy shit, this is like fucking so realistic in my brain. But it's like, you look at Virtua Fighter now, and it's like all polygons, and they're like... Yeah, I think I'm going to give it like an emo haircut. Or, like I'm going to get like some really sweet scene hair. And like, yeah, pair that with that. Definitely. See, like this line here, it could be like, I could just go straight, but S-curves are actually more pleasing to the eye. So if instead of this line going straight across, I'm kind of making it into an S-curve. So it goes up and then down and then up again. And then just that nose is just like a little bit more dynamic and cooler. I always forget my own age. I feel so like weirdly ageless at times, and like in a sense, I guess I've always sort of felt like that. I don't know. Like this reality is strange, y'all. But like, it's part of why it's so magical. I also talk a lot about like alternative spirituality and like weird stuff on my podcast. If you're interested in any of that, the occult, check out my podcast, Sputron. Available wherever you listen to podcasts. Hey, what up behind these hazel copper eye nude lip? On YouTube. Shout out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you heart my art. I heart that. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Listening to, oh my god, I was such a y'all, who's into Bright Eyes? Where are my Bright Eyes fans at? That was like some deep emo shit. Because I was borderline, I was like the look of a edgy scene kid, but at heart I was like a deep, dark, like emo kid, because I was in like so much pain and torment. This horn a little bit too low. Probably just should have. This is my favorite tool in the world, by the way. I don't know if you can see it. It's just like a little metal finger. I don't know. It's like, this is the one that I like do everything with. Well, when I'm ready for detailing. When I move from these fingers to my little finger. It's funny because like doing digital sculpting and stuff too, it's like, I'm just like bringing into resolution an image here. Like I'm like a 3D printer. Because I'm just like looking at something and using my will to move it into something. Again, art is so occult. I love getting these like I love the way that the nose for crinkles. It's always such a fun thing to sculpt. We used to go into the pits at scene like hardcore shows and stuff, and I remember there was like people they called like pirates or ninjas, ninjas would flip around and do all crazy shit, and the pirates would just be like drunk and like punchy and stuff. I always considered like myself somewhere in between, but you know. Well, I know now, like, emo makes so much sense to me, and the scene generation, because it was so androgynous, and like all the like we'd have like razor blades and shit like on our clothing. What's up, Vex? And it's like, that was because I worked at Hot Topic. It was the only place that would hire me in the Midwest, by the way, because everybody was so discriminatory. But what was I saying? Frequently lose my train of thought. I'll get it back though. Hot Topic. Oh yeah, emo. So we were always like, we had like fucking razor blades and shit, like neon razor blades and earrings and shit, and it was like that was like obviously like because that was like, you know, what's the implications? Is like suicide and like harm and stuff, you know, and it's like that was like we were all like. I think we were all like hurting because there was so much like sexuality and gender like repression and stuff. Because the world's way more accepting of queer people today than it was back then in the early 2000s. And we still got work to go. And it's like a lot of work to go. Still like processing too the like, you know, the Colorado shooting, and it's like, man, there's like so much going on. I don't know. All I know is like I do art, you know. My night's actually going really good, Vix. I decided to, I wasn't sure if I was gonna sculpt or not, but I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna go back on stream and then I'm gonna work on this Tengu mask, or I don't know if it's a Tengu, but it's just a demon that I'm working on. Definitely Tengu inspired. But like I want to go with like a cyberpunk edge. Yeah. I know. Man, it's like I don't talk to a lot of people now, and it's like I've been doing a lot of healing and realized like I was so hurt cuz like when I came out, like all of the people that I knew and I thought were my friends like stopped talking to me. And like I don't know. And still it's like now I have to like go through the process of like making new friends and stuff, which it's like it's been hard, like trying to connect with people and like remember to like there's certain people that like I should be connecting with and stuff, but like I don't know, man, it's just been so tough because I never expected that, you know. Oh, are you talking about Randy Rat and his weird butthole? Because, yeah, the cigarette that came out, I painted it. They go on sale tomorrow. Woo. So I'm gonna mold it and cast them in, I'm gonna mold it and cast them in resin, and they will be for sale. If anyone wants one. I don't always make stuff and sell it, so if you want a Sig Neutron piece, now's a good time to get one. And I'm bringing back all the cigarettes, actually, for sale. So the sale starts tomorrow. And I really think I'm going to do, like, I want to do, like, a silicone mold on the specs and do, like, some cool, like, I don't know, like, it would be cool to, like, do this mat and, like, give it to different people and watch them paint it, you know? Like, see, because I love, like, doing something like that. Seeing people's take on, like, one sculpture. Oh, man, we could do an art show, too. Vex, would you want one of these? And like, and then we could like, I don't know, to like do your magic to it. This is something I just started. It was the first, like, my family was over and we actually like sculpted, and it was like, oh, this is like really amazing and healing for me. And this was the thing I just made for like, no other reason, just to make something. It started turning into this, and I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. So I think I'm gonna finish and I'm gonna make the nose a little dickish. I'm gonna hide a dick on the tip of the nose. And by hide it, I mean strongly suggest to it. Yeah, seeing emo stuff is always so dark. On this album, man, it really takes me back. It's so hard to keep I'm telling you, I look forward to one day following my dream and having an art show where people can move all the cameras for me and I can just keep rocking and rolling on the art. It's so much for me to deal with. That's why I think that's part of why I don't stream very often, because I'm get overwhelmed by the sheer amount of things I gotta do. When you're sculpting, it's always important to look at it from all angles. Oh, sorry. Sometimes you'll see pictures of me on Face Off, or you'll see clips of me when I was on Face Off and I had my hat backwards. And it wasn't to be cool, it was because I didn't want to bonk people in the eyes with my hat. And also sometimes I actually like to draw, kind of dig tool marks into it in because then sometimes you keep that as a texture. Again, it's you're just bringing resolution to it and you're adding information to the clay. So again, you can be kind of messy, but messy with a style. See, I was still drawing in the direction. Kind of like when you color. When I did coloring books, I would always do one dark outline around the whole. This is the way my brother showed me. One dark outline around whatever color I was doing, and then always shade it the same direction all the way across. What was y'all's coloring book technique? This is the jam. So the sheets bring me up. I'm so dirty, babe. I can't hear myself singing, so it's it could be way off tune. It's it's my headphones are pretty loud. But yeah, I want to do something real cyberpunk with this Vex. So imagine where I'm going with this, but also cyberpunk. I feel you'd appreciate that. Dude, Overwatch 2, I'm obsessed with it. Well, I'm obsessed with Overwatch, and it just became Overwatch 2. But there's this Genji skin that's a cyberpunk Genji, and he's his fucking Oni face pops open, and there's a fucking, cyber phantom skull face underneath it. It's so fucking cool. Oh man, I should make one of those. I don't know. I like making original stuff, but it's it's easy. It's so weird. Again, being an artist, it's a lot easier to sell something if I did something from Rick and Morty or something, and but then you do original stuff and people think it's cool and stuff, but it's it doesn't really sell as well. So it's like, if you want to sell stuff, it's like, but I don't, I like to do my original stuff, so I'm going to try to focus on that now. Because someday people will think I feel like that day, like I feel grateful enough to have like people are excited about cigarettes, and that makes me like so stoked. I don't know. And like lately people have just been randomly telling me like how much they love Bishkat. Like it's been so strange. Like, and I'm just like, wow, I didn't really know that like people liked it that much, because Yes, they are indeed coming back tomorrow, starting the sale. Every cigarette I've ever made is going to be available again for a short period of time. And it's the release of the newest one to the family, Randy Rat. So yeah. I don't know what happened. I got excited. Coughing's so weird now. It's like, ugh. You like don't want to cough like around anyone. So like, you got the COVID. I'm still processing. I feel like we all are. But I'm still processing how the world has changed so much in the last fucking like 2 or 3 years. Last 2 or 3 years has felt like multiple lifetimes, like what the fuck. Anybody else feel that way? Just like a match, strike till it's in a ray. Ooh. This clay, it's a game of like letting it dry and not get too dry, just dry enough. It was actually invented by the Disney Imagineers to create large animatronics. It's a water-based clay with glycerin in it, called wet clay. It's my favorite clay because it's so fast and just like fluid. One of my sculpting heroes, Steve Wang, really does some incredible stuff with wet clay. This is one of my big inspirations. Where was I going to put that? Sometimes this roughness that you're putting in the sculpture ends up like being your texture for you. That's why I say be rough in this phase. And we'll smooth it down in a little bit, but just get the flow of your lines going in the right place right now. I'm looking at the difference between these eyes. And a higher or brow, like brows are so important to your expression. Dude, Vex, alright, like I know I say it all the time, but like let's do like a sculpting night. You should come over and we can sculpt. We could live stream or not, but like either way, I would love it if you came over and we sculpted. And like instead of saying it all the time like I usually do every time I talk to you, like I'll take the steps to like make sure we like organize that and we like hang out and do that, because I would really appreciate like hanging out with an artist and creating, in person, because I miss art school so bad. Well, I didn't go to art school. I went to makeup school, but sculpture class. Right on. I went to the Tom Savini Makeup Effects School, and my pal Ralph from Cake Boss, we'd come to sculptures in the morning, and we'd bring brandy and coffee, and it was like a really nice sculpting session, actually. First time I mixed booze and coffee, and I was like, wow, there's something about this that is magical. Awesome. Well then, consider it done. Let's do it. I love over-exaggerated wrinkles and foreheads too. I forgot how high to bring it up. Maybe that's high enough. I need some water. I lit an incense, and that's like dried the air out. Randy actually made me some like magical like blend. I don't know what you put in it, but like it like takes me somewhere important and sacred to me personally. Ooh, I fucking love Nag Champa. I'm telling you, scent is magical. Before like Randy became like started like channeling and all of that, she was like, becoming like an certified aromatherapist, and it's like, so it like that skill just like moved right on into like her actual like magical practice, and it's like, dude, she got me to believe in magic again, and I like have so much gratitude for her for that. Moobot is actually, if you're interested and wonder what I'm talking about, Moobot posted, if you're on Twitch, Randy, my wife, it's so cool I can say that now. I just got married. Like, it's like so much life has happened, and I'm always trying to process it all, but like life is still happening while I'm still trying to process what happened, and it's like, it's consistently overwhelming for me. But incredible. I have no complaints, man. I'm just so grateful. That's what's important for today, is like channeling gratitude. But yeah, if you click on the link, you can check out her magic tutorials. Some of my favorite smells, clove. I used to smoke clove cigarettes when I first started smoking, and like clove's one of my favorite smells. Also patchouli. I absolutely adore patchouli. Vetiver. Randy introduced me to what vetiver was, and it was like, oh yeah, this one works for me. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, check out our other non-live videos because Randy has her magic classes all available on YouTube. And also, I do like docu-series about the weird shit that we do called Beyond Bizarro Go-Go. So if you're interested and you want to see like a peek into our lives, check out Beyond Bizarro Go-Go on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ransig. But you may be watching it from there live right now. But if you're not, you should go over there and check it out sometime. So I'd appreciate that. I worked really hard on that, and it was like, it's tough getting views on stuff these days, man. But that's what I want to do. Like, I want to spend my time. I want to be able to like support myself doing this stuff. I keep trying to get there, but it's like every month, you know, it's like it's a lot of work. Trying to figure out to succeed as an artist and doing what you love. Well, that's like, I mean, I think that's everybody's problem is trying to figure out how to succeed doing what they love. I should get water. I'm gonna grab some water really quick, and then I'll be right back. Jarum, yes, that's what that was my brand. The Jarum Bali Highs though, because they looked like real cigarettes, but they were clove cigarettes. Yeah, I mean, we're just like open to whenever we're gonna move, it'll work out, but it's like still gotta like, you know, figure out what that looks like financially and all that stuff, you know. So I'll be right back because I'm like, I need water. In addition to it being smoky in here, in my tiny studio, I also, this is the most I've probably talked in a long time. What's up if you just joined us? How you doing? I'm listening to, oh, we already cycled through the, you know what? Okay, what do I want to go to now? I'm really into funk. Ghostface Playa. I wish I could play it for you, but I can't. But right now, I'm listening to Let You Know by Ghostface Playa. Vex, if you haven't checked out funk, like this is what's got to be blasted in your game. Like you need a funk station. And like this is the kind of music like I want to make, so it's like I would gladly make some funk if you're still doing the radio station thing. Also, if anybody is not following VexFX, please follow VexFX on Twitch here, because Vex is incredible. Incredible being of many incredible things. Talk about someone who inspires creators. Like, you're such a multifaceted creator. Okay, I see that. I've put too much there, so it's... Or do I want to put more here? I don't know. It's always a balancing act. No, funk. P-H-O-N-K. Yeah, look it up. Like funk, but with like P-H-O-N-K. it's so aggressive, and it's like a lot of the album covers are all like demonic and like I don't know. I guess it was like what I heard was it was like a genre that like was born out of like the Russian drift scene. It's like it's made to like drive around in cars like and drift. So if you have any car, especially man, if one day when there's like drivable cars in the game, just jump in and it's like you just got funk playing. It's like yes. And it like completely like goes. It's like translates so right into cyberpunk. It's like perfect. Amazing. No, what kind of music are they? Would you say? Actually, this one's a little bit higher. I think maybe a higher on the nose. Oh, this little penis tip higher on the nose might work better.
Take it to the max, say yeah.
I don't know the words, but I love this song. I mean, well,
If you make a money for the...
say yeah. Say yeah. Just putting in the subtle forms of penis down here. If you could look at it, you'd be able to see. If you could move around it. Subtle penis. That's a band. We're subtle penis. I like penises, like genitalia have some of the coolest shapes, man. I reference a lot of like, well, I mean, the only place you find reference is pornography, but like, I don't know. I think pornography is the highest form of art. But anyways, I do a lot of paintings of like erotic stuff, and it's like the forms. It's so ergonomic, man. It's like literal like sex, like literally, abstractly, like conceptually. The forms in genitalia are sex. It's so weird that we're so repressed about them and so weird about them. If you do want to see some of my like X-rated work, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/ransig. But I just honestly, I don't feel like it's X-rated. I feel like it's some of my best work, actually, because it's some of my most genuine, true work, because that's what I like to make. But I'm so like censored on social media. Is it Halupe or Jalupe? I like to know how to pronounce things. And I appreciate that. That really means a lot to hear, because like I struggle a lot because like I feel really repressed as an artist because I can't really share that stuff. And it's like it's hard for me to try to figure out how to share that openly and in a way that I would like to when social media throttles everything, you know? This tool is a guitar string, and it like kind of like. Okay, right on. I just like to ask for now. Because chalupi is pretty funny, but also halupe is like fun to say too. Like speaking about like getting edgy with work, it's like putting a butthole on Randy Rat here. It was like I was like so happy that I put that I put a butthole on Randy Rat, and that's what everybody loves about him. So it's like I get it, you know. Oh, right on. I have not done any conventions in a very long time. I don't know if I've done one since COVID. COVID like completely changed my world. Well, I mean, it changed everybody's world. But then I like discovered myself, and then it came out, and then all my friends like stopped talking to me. So then I got really socially awkward, and now I'm trying to like get back to like being social again. That's the long short of it, I suppose. Well, actually, I got sober. There's so many things in my life that happened. I'd gotten sober after being a severe alcoholic for about like probably like 8 or 9 years. It's hard to tell when you become an alcoholic, but by the end of it, I was definitely an alcoholic. And I got sober in 2019. And then I was like a hermit from that because like, you know, so much of my life was like heavily built around drinking. I was like I drank so much. And then everybody I was around sort of dissipated from that. And then, because they were still drinking, which is fine. I'm not judging anybody. Do what you want. And then the pandemic happened. And then after, like during the pandemic, then like, yeah, even more people stopped talking to me after the whole like coming out thing. So it's like, it's been a weird shedding of all the people in my life. And I'm just like trying to like process all that and then re-engage the world, because actually I don't even like talk to anybody about it either. That's why I guess it's kind of nice to be like streaming, because like this is Shay Diamond. If you guys don't listen to Shay Diamond, American Pie by Shay Diamond, listen to it. It's like Shay Diamond is a trans artist. Whew, this song is so powerful. It's true. Jalupy. Like, yeah, all the people that I'm still like somehow connecting with on whatever level, be it like here online or, you know, just anybody that's still like down to like vibe with me and, you know, hang out with me and share space, you know. It's like, that's the people that I need in my life, you know. And it's like sometimes people got to like leave your life so that you can like sort of narrow it down. And that's a big part of what I've been learning, you know. All life lessons, good stuff to learn, but like hard to learn, you know. But I'm grateful to be here learning it. I'm gonna go so subtle on this fucking penis. It's just gonna be the elegant. I don't know what I was gonna say. The elegant. I was looking for the right words. It's like a normal penis that's like, you know, a healthy, natural penis that hasn't been mutilated by circumcision. Oh, man. Yeah, I honestly, like, that Genji skin is definitely, like, it's fresh in my mind and it's inspiring me because I think it's fucking beautiful. So, like, yeah. Like, I could see this, like, with some graffiti on it and, like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just excited. Super cyberpunked out. I should get this smile going. You know what? This song is like, it's getting a little bit the essence, or would that be Ben essence? Yes, exactly. The essence, that's a great word, yeah. It's got a hint at the essence of a penis. This fucking song, man, Unholy, like Sam Smith and Kim Petras or whatever, it's getting a little played out, but like, fuck, it's so good. It's got all the like shit that I just like, you know, I don't know. The way they have that choir singing it. Oh, I don't know that it's getting hot. Your nose is a peen. Doing something unholy. Speaking of penises, all right. I've actually wanted, like, ever since I've been in makeup school, well, I tried it once, like molding my own erect penis. It's really hard to do. By yourself, that is. But one of these days, I'm going to accomplish it. And I thought it'd be really funny if I'm just going to sell, like, copies of my dick. Like, silicone copies of my dick. Because I think that'd be fucking hilarious. It's like, it's so ridiculous. Like, as an artist, like, just as an art project, like, how ridiculous is that? Vex, a great example of drift funk. Let You Know by Ghostface Playa. Put that song on. Let me know. I want to hear what you think about it, if you're listening to music right now. Let You Know, Ghostface Playa. I love this song. So the funk genre, P-H-O-N-K, it's very contingent upon an 808 cowbell sound. That's true. Jalupe. Also, I went to like 100 vaginas. I think I forget the exact name of the show, but it was like 100 vaginas or something, and it was just like a black and white photograph of like a vagina, and then a little story to go, with it from the person that owned the vagina. And I was like, that show was like really impactful. Actually, I was like, wow. Like it really felt like, oh, this is art. Okay, yeah, I get it. Dadaism. What's that? That sounds familiar. Right? Yeah, I love it. And then there's like, what am I listening to now? It's more down tempo, but it's like everything is fine, but Ghostface Playa. I guess I really like Ghostface Playa. There's a lot of like good tracks. But what's cool about like funk is it could be like, oh, cool. It sounds. I bet if I start reading it, like I'll probably be really inspired by it. Oh man, I should check it out. Dadaism, because I was like, irreverentism is like the thing that I ascribe to, because it's like counterculture, irreverent, you know. Oh, okay, all right. I should look it up. Oh man, I love learning about new wacky counterculture philosophies. If you live in life to the max, say yeah. So I started watching Wednesday on Netflix. I'm just gonna give it a. I'll be open to it. I'm one episode in, and honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it. I don't want to hate it. Don't want to shit talk it. But I'm just like, I don't know. I'm still trying to like immerse myself into the world where like, all right, Wednesday Addams is in this like supernatural world of stuff, which all right, that's cool. But I just gotta like, I don't know. I just gotta watch it more and see like, because it was like it felt a little disjointed. I don't know, like setting Wednesday in like a high fantasy setting. I was like, well, I don't know. But Wednesday, I feel like Wednesday would certainly resonate with like Gen Z though. Very morbid. So there's such like a state of like feeling of hopelessness in this day and age. I think that's why like emo and scene stuff started resurfacing through like e-girls and e-boys. Blackbeard's here. Blackbeard's here. Just putting a little like thing here. It's so elegant. I love it. Hints at the penis. Essence de Benoit. So again, I was talking about that S curve. I'm trying to bring that back into the top of the nose. Sort of mirror what's going on here. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I'll take a bathroom break real quick. But there you go. Demon mask is coming along. Also, if you're just joining us, I sculpted this earlier. Well, I painted this earlier. Yeah, that's Randy Rat. You can go and watch the VOD on Twitch or on YouTube. You can watch me painting that live. These are going to be available tomorrow for sale for the first time in like forever. And all the cigarettes I've ever done are going to be on sale starting tomorrow. So, if you've ever wanted a cigarette, yeah, what? I love this song, Troy Boy. See ya. It's such a bop. It's the whole vibe. Okay, well, I will be right back. I'll leave you in the good hands of Professor Coconut. You know what? Let's get some Bishcat up in here. Well, I'll leave y'all with Bishcat until I return.
Yeah, I see you. Honestly, how can I miss that mug? Why don't you put a trash can on the lid that you call a face? Cause you're getting your skank stank all over my face. So turn around and swish, swish, bitch. You know what that means? It means turn around and beat it. Not like that, it means fuck off. Not like that, it means I hate you and you need to leave right now. This is my alley, bitch. Turn around and let me see your dumb tail as you swish, swish away, bitch. No one swish like Bishcat. It said no one swish like Bishcat. It said no one swish like the master witch of Bishcat. Bishcat is the master of the swish. Bishcat, take no shit. You clean up Bishcat shit. You're a stupid bitch. I am Bishcat. I fierce, I fabulous, I opulent, I sexy, I eat fish for breakfast, I shit fish, I recluse, I am Bishcat. Master of the swish. I make the swish look good. I said I make the swish look good. You only wish you could swish this good. You only wish you could swish this good. Make them get a good look at your peppery butthole. That's it, that's how you swish, bitch. Make them get a peek of your weird butthole. Now you swish like Bishcat. I said, now you swish like Bishcat. That's how you swish like the master witch Bishcat. Make them get a peek of your weird butthole. Make them get an unwanted peek of your weird butthole. Now you swish like Bishcat. Now you swish like Bishcat. Now you swish like Bishcat. Bish. Now you swish like Bishcat. Yeah, I see you. Honestly, how can I miss that mug? Why don't you put a trash can on the lid that you call a face? Cause you're getting your skank stank all over my face. So turn around and swish, bitch. You know what that means? It means turn around and beat it. Not like that, it means fuck off. Not like that, it means I hate you and you need to leave right now. This is my alley, bitch. Turn around and let me see your dumb tail as you swish away, bitch. No one swish like Bishcat. It said no one swish like Bishcat. It said no one swish like the master witch of Bishcat. Bishcat is the master of the swish. Bishcat, take no shit. You clean up Bishcat shit. You're a stupid bitch. I am Bishcat. I fierce, I fabulous, I opulent, I sexy, I eat fish for breakfast, I shit fish, I recluse, I am Bishcat. Master of the swish. I make the swish look good. I said I make the swish look good. You only wish you could swish this good. You only wish you could swish this good. Make them get a good look at your puckery butthole. That's it, that's how you swish, bitch. Make them get a peek of your weird butthole. Now you swish like bish cat. I said, now you swish like bish cat. That's how you swish like the master witch bish cat. Make them get a peek of your weird butthole. Make them get an unwanted peek of your weird butthole. Now you swish like bish cat. Now you swish like bish cat. Now you swish like bish cat. Bish. Now you swish like bish cat. Yeah, I see you. Honestly, how can I miss that mug? Why don't you put a trash can on the lid that you call a face? Cause you're getting your skank stank all over my face. So turn around and swish, bitch. You know what that means? It means turn around and beat it. Not like that, it means fuck off. Not like that, it means I hate you and you need to leave right now. This is my alley, bitch. Turn around and let me see your dumb tail. Swish away, bitch. No one swish like bish cat. I said no one swish like bish cat. I said no one swish like the master witch bish cat. Bish cat is the master of the swish. Bish cat, take no shit. You clean up bish cat shit. You're a stupid bish. I am bish cat. I fear.
Oh, and we're back. Welcome. Okay. Let us continue the sculpt. Thanks for joining us. If you're just now joining us, I'm sculpting this demon mask, which I might do a run of it if people are interested, and sell them, And also tomorrow, Randy Rat goes on sale. I'm getting clay on it. Okay, I should stop doing that. And also all the other cigarettes that I've ever done are going on sale as well, actually. Oh, I left my time lapse still going. Whoops. Okay. Hello, Vex. How you doing? How's it going? Have you ever listened to the soundtrack for Demoni? I guess that's the Italian name, but it's so good. It's by Claudio Simonetti. Enjoying some herbage? Yeah. Communing with the devil's lettuce? Me too. Dude, Vex. Check it out. Just put it on. It's on Spotify. If you look up Demoni, it's from the movie Demons, where there's a demon mask, and oh my god, it's one of my favorite films of all time. there's a demon mask, and then it's like people start getting possessed in a movie theater. I think it's like filmed in English. A lot of times, like Italian films, like back then, were filmed in English because it was the most like, like that was the language that it was profitable to have it in English so it could air. I don't know. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I watched it. But there's also Demons 2. Which is that people get possessed in a high-rise building. It was incredible. Yo, I'm having a tough time, man. There was like, I don't know if you were here earlier, but there's like a bunch of racist shit that like people were saying on my Facebook, and it's like, I don't know how to handle it, man. It's like rough. I'm like, people actually like think these things. Like, big part of what I want to do is like unify people and bring people together. But it's like, how do you do that sometimes when like, and how do you deal with people that are like really like just wrong? It's like blocking those people doesn't work because then they still like somehow they're still like the ideology of being a racist like still somehow survives and is perpetuated. And it's like, why and how do we like fix that? Yep, music by Claudio Simonetti, who is also a part of Goblin. Yeah, it's weird because like this guy started out real racist and then also like apologized for like venting and then said that, but like said I like really inspired his daughter to do art, and I was like, it's like conflicting feelings because I'm like, well, that like knowing that I inspired a young person to do art is like that means a lot. But then also it's like this person that I'm currently interacting with is like seems kind of pretty racist, and it's just like, what the fuck, man. It's also kind of why I backed away from social media too. It's like it's really complex dealing with people. It's like, this is the kind of music I want to make. It's Claudio Simonetti demon music. Yeah, dude, we gotta make some music together too. Come up for like sculpting and music sesh. One thing I miss, I tell you, is playing live, man. There's nothing like performing live to a live audience. And when you like have like people that know your songs and they sing it along with you, there's something that you just, I can't even describe how cool that is. It's just an incredible experience for everybody involved. I really would like to get back to that. Did I ever tell y'all I was in a band when I was like 16, 17? A lot of people don't know this. If you discovered me from Face Off, you'd never know that I was in a band in high school in Midwest Indiana called Aphrodisiac. I had a MySpace page for our band and everything. Sad because you can't go back and like the MySpace for the band page is still there, but it's like weird because you can't listen to anything. But the songs are like there on the player, but the player doesn't work. You might know how to fix that. Because I also have some music when I was like 14. I was in a solo act called I Love You, I Love You. And it's like I got a couple, like 2 songs up there, and I wish I could hear them again. But I don't know how to listen to them on MySpace. But they're still there somehow. 100%. Let's absolutely do. Let's do it all. I gotta get another Dreamcast controller. Oh man, if I could get like the light guns, some old Dreamcast light guns, then we could play House of the Dead. Oh, but I think we'd have to get a tube television because like I don't think that stuff works on flat screen television because the way that the light laser, it used to bounce off your tube television and then it would read a sensor. So I don't know if it does that on flat screens. Isn't that funny? Like that's how like retro that I am, or retro games are. That's what we grew up with. Yeah, I thought you'd dig it. But that title track, man, Demoni, is like Demone. I love it. Trying to figure out which eyebrow ridge I like the best. I moved that. Yeah, no, that one's too low. I'm seeing where it's different now. Hey Zeus, how you been? Yeah, right? Yeah, the Tengu Oni. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is definitely my my inspirations, 100%. I've always loved like Oni and yokai. And I think when it's done, I want to I even want to take it in like a cyberpunk direction, because that's like my hands down my favorite genre, cyberpunk. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's hands down my favorite genre, but I love to play in that space, 100%. I feel like I say 100% a lot, or I don't know. Maybe I do. If I'm just noticing, I don't know. So what you been up to, Jesus? I love this tool. It's so satisfying to just like smooth with this like guitar pick or guitar string tool. Right on. Yeah, you know, it's like I made a video earlier and I said, dude, you know, the capitalist hellscape gives you the day off. So yeah, go see your family, go share a meal, like bond over gratitude. But you know, like the reason like celebrating Thanksgiving is bullshit. Like especially with like everything that's going on with like the Native community and stuff. Like this is actually a day of mourning for a lot of indigenous people. So I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But did I gather with my family yesterday in gratitude? Yes. But I'm not like, Thanksgiving! It's such a bullshit holiday. Just perpetuates like a native erasure to keep celebrating this like propagandized holiday. Yeah, man, there's so much bullshit we were taught as kids about like our history. Totally. No, sound music software vital, huh? Oh, you know what I want to listen to? Fuck, what's the name? Rhapsody. Oh, I haven't listened to Rhapsody in so long. Dude, do you ever listen to any Rhapsody? They have like concept albums. And they're just so epic and awesome. Mm-hmm. And it's like metal, melodic metal, I guess? I don't know. I'm listening to The Power of Dragon Flame right now. It's all their songs are about like fantasy epics. Nice. What's cool about this is like I'm going like mask like with it, so like I don't have to go straight like real detail everywhere. I can kind of branch off into something more stylish. Oh, right on, Vex. Thank you. Alright, I'm just gonna brush it off, kind of clean up my forms, but I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. But it has been wonderful hanging out with y'all. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm definitely gonna be back because I want to finish this. And like I said, if people are interested, I'll do. I'll mold it up and do some runs, so you can own your very own Signutron Daemon mask. But super happy with the progress now. I'm really happy where this nose is going. Still got work to do, but we've put a lot of work into it. She looking good. She looking good. I can just do a brush over everything to kind of clean up the visual information, just so I can see my forms better. So I can start refining even more. Because earlier it was rough. Now we're entering like more of a, okay, let's refine phase. There you go. Thanks so much, Jesus. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. And Vex, thank you so much for hanging out. And we will totally do our sculpt night soon. Sculpt music, retro gaming, hangouts. Let's do it up. I gotta do this big sale first because it's the end of the month here. But once I get that going, then we can. I'll have a better idea of my schedule and we'll get together. All right, y'all. Well, have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out again.